Oh, great ball. Beautiful delivery, that one. A little bit of movement away and through to Phillips. Nicely taken. Good morning, Keith.
Morning, Tony, and what an excellent delivery there by Geoff Lawson. Leg cutter. Greenidge, he came into the shot just a little bit too short of him. And Greenidge showing his experience then at the end, just withdrawing the bat. But an excellent delivery from Geoff Lawson. Australia winning the toss, sending the West Indies in to have first use of this wicket.
Cuts away, a good shot, nicely played, down through backward point towards the boundary. That's 4. A very aggressive start there to Greenidge's innings. A lovely shot, just a bit short outside off stump, and a very positive cut shot.
Rackerman to Haynes.
Oh, that's well bowled. A short delivery there from Rackerman, and catching Haynes a little unawares. He reacted a little late to that. Nicely played into the gap at mid-off. Rodney Hogg is moving down after that. They'll probably collect 3.
Lawson to Haynes.
Oh, no ball call, and I think Haynes may have picked that call because he fairly blazed it through the mid-off field, and it's quite damp down in that area, but even although that is the case, the ball hit well enough to carry to the boundary. So 4 runs there to Desmond Haynes off that no ball from Lawson.
Rackerman to Haynes.
Always cut that one away. That wasn't a very good ball from Rackerman. Short, it asked to be hit, and it was. That's another boundary, this time to Desmond Haynes. And the score now, no wicket for 18.
Here's Geoff Lawson now bowling to Greenidge.
Well, that's well bowled, and a thick outside edge. There's no third man, and so Greenidge rather streakily there, getting one down through the 4th, 5th slip area to the boundary. That's good bowling by Lawson. A slightly fainter nick, and it could well have gone to one of those catches. What's a bouncer, and he goes for it, and for a second Lawson thought he'd got a little edge on that one. Greenidge stopping the shot. I'm not sure that he stopped it quite quickly enough, but that was pretty close. Could quite easily have nicked the bat. Right up in the block hole. Good bowling by Lawson.
Rackerman to Haynes. No need to chase that at all. That's just raced away over the outfield, even though it's slowed down by the heavy rain here in Perth the last couple of days. That was a good shot. The members end, Terry Alderman, who suffered that tragic accident a couple of years ago here in a melee with a spectator. A shot for 4. Lovely cover drive. When we see that, I think you'll find it is a classic stroke. He's probably outside off stump there, and may even have been a little far down the pitch, although Greenidge doesn't really thrust the front foot too far down.
And then it was also outside the line of off stump when it hit the pad. Apart from that, it was a reasonable shout.
Rodney Hogg comes in now to Desmond Haynes. Rodney Hogg wants a word with Kim Hughes. Little field change coming up, perhaps. Maybe that he senses Desmond Haynes is lofting the ball a little on his drive.
The important change is that Kim Hughes has come from backward square leg to a short cover catching position. That was the one that Rodney Hogg was asking for.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You set a plan like that, it all comes off, and then the catch goes down. What a tragedy for Hogg and for Hughes. It's in the air. But it's safe enough. It's over Geoff Lawson's head.
Fine shot, picked it up off his toes and whipped that through mid-wicket for 4. Glorious shot from Gordon Greenidge.
So very straight. He's had a good tour so far. He's aggregated something like 159 runs at an average of just under 40, and that's the way he plays. Very compact off his toes. Terry Alderman having runs scored off him there. That's a pretty good looking off drive. The outfield's fairly slow. It's a good race between Wood and the ball, and Wood might get there. He's just got there, but the ball's run into the ropes. It was a gallant effort, that, on the part of Graham Wood. He tried to stop it, but he had too much impetus and couldn't pull the ball back.
Alderman comes in now. Haynes is taking strike.
Glorious shot. Beautifully played, Desmond Haynes. It was up and he was across and he hit it with the full face of the bat and it raced away to cover for 4.
Rodney Hogg comes in now to Desmond Haynes.
It's in the air, but it's safe. He went after it and gave it the full flourish, and it's 4 more, and that's the way they play, and very hard to bowl to these guys in this type of mood. Oh, good delivery. Off the shoulders of the glove. They asked the question. Umpire Peter O'Connell says no. It was shoulder, unmoved. Haynes not perturbed at all.
Border thought it was a catch. There's no doubt about it that Haynes was under no illusions about what had happened there. It might have just passed inside the glove. The Australians were hoping that it had brushed the glove on its way to hitting Haynes on the shoulder. It certainly hit Haynes on the shoulder and got very close to the glove. Up he goes, and that ball just passing inside the glove to hit. That's a very painful blow on the shoulder.
Hogg to Greenidge. Well, might just have been missing leg stump. Couldn't have been too far away. I just had the feeling it was cutting sharply enough to go down the leg side. It's been the best of the bowlers so far, although Geoff Lawson bowled pretty well early on. And every so often, Rodney Hogg is producing a magnificent delivery. It was nicely taken by Phillips. Not a great swinger of the ball. It's a fine shot from Desmond Haynes. Geoff Lawson, the fielder. Normally it's Gordon Greenidge who is leading the way in this partnership. He's the more violent stroke player, but today Desmond Haynes has reached 50, whilst Greenidge has made 28. Alderman to Greenidge. Oh dear, it's 2 down. Desmond Haynes both times. Just need to check if that happened to be driven into the ground, but it looked as though it was a chance. Caught and bowled. So Haynes has had a let off from Kim Hughes and now from Terry Alderman off his own bowling. Rackerman's got him this time. It's Greenidge. Rackerman has caught Greenidge off Alderman. Well, I think, Tony, something had to go to hand and stick at some stage.
Yes, well, Hughes certainly put one down, which is straightforward, and you would have thought that Greenidge would have learned from the one before, but have a look at this, a very loose shot. Greenidge trying to drive that through the offside and straight to mid-off. Now, that's a big wicket for Australia. Gordon Greenidge, a deadly dangerous batsman, out caught by Carl Rackerman at mid-off with the bowling of Terry Alderman for 30. A big partnership, 83 the score, with now 1 wicket down.